She was a spider demon who had lived for hundreds of years, sustaining herself by absorbing human life force, but she had never killed a single person. The reason was simple: as long as a human lived, their life force would gradually regenerate. One day, as she was feeding in the forest as usual, she happened to run into a demon slayer. The slayer immediately drew his sword and charged at her. The blow left the spider demon severely injured, and she fainted in the woods. The next day, a man passed by. When he found the weak woman, his kindness led him to decide to take her home to recover. After returning home, the man shared the last of his food with her. But the woman seemed to not know how to use chopsticks. She could only eat with her hands, and she barely acknowledged the man. However, the man didn't take it to heart. He then went out to work on an empty stomach, telling her to rest well after eating. This village was ruled by a lord. Without his permission, no one could leave, and all villagers were forced to work in his quarry. Recently, villagers had been disappearing without a trace. The lord thus issued a reward notice to capture the kidnapper. When the demon slayer saw the notice, he assumed the kidnapper was the spider demon and continued to track her down. That night, when the man returned home, he noticed the woman's face was still pale. He wanted to get her more food, only to find a cockroach in her bowl. The woman expected the man to kill the cockroach, but to her surprise, he set it free because he believed all lives were equal. Yet eating ordinary food couldn't help the woman recover. So after the man fell asleep, she crawled over to him, ready to absorb his life force. She heard his stomach growl from hunger. In the end, she gave up the chance to regain her strength. The next day, when the man came home from work, he saw the woman's face had grown even paler. He suspected she was sick, but there was no doctor in the village, and without a pass, they couldn't leave. Fearing for her life, the man decided to sneak her out of the village. He planned to take her away under the cover of night, but they ran into the demon slayer. The man learned the woman was a demon, yet he still refused to abandon her. Instead, he stepped forward to shield her. Just as they were about to leave, soldiers arrived and shot an arrow at the man. Seeing the man get hurt, the woman could no longer hold back her anger and launched an attack on the soldiers. The demon slayer then attacked her in response. She still couldn't defeat the slayer. After listening to what he said, the woman transformed back into her human form and the demon slayer lowered his sword. In the end, the two crossed through a cave and left the village.